It is that time of the year when ministries, departments and agencies come before committees of the National Assembly to defend their budget proposals and the budget under focus. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation is here with other senior government officials to appear before the House Committee on Governmental Affairs. He begins with the performance of the 2017 budget and, as usual, the issue of inadequate release of funds comes up.
We've got to 50% this year. I think it's a leap. We hope that in 2018 we should be between 70, 80, and 90% in terms of releases. That's the only way the budget can be meaningful and effective in its implementation. We will take note of that and follow it up, sir.
Speaking after the hearing, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation makes it clear that the executive will like the budget to be passed as soon as possible.
We have encouraged all cabinet ministers to make sure that they come for their budget defense. I was given today's date. I didn't ask for an extension in spite of other commitments because this is very, very important. If the government is desirous in ensuring that the budget is passed within the month of January, then all officers of government should also attach a lot of importance to this work and ensure that it is thoroughly done.
The House Committee on Healthcare Services also considered some agencies under the Ministry of Health.
We'll have to do what we have to do between now and Friday. Yes. We don't have the time, so we will communicate back to NCDC immediately today. The clerk, take note. Part of the motion he moved, which has also been adopted, is that a 5-man committee, so that we would 5-man, so that we don't have to overburden the place, because we'll also be busy with other locations and other assignments. So we will immediately communicate to you today the 5-man, and I'm giving the committee till Friday. Please finish with the issues raised so that we can merely agree whether we will sit back immediately on Monday and tidy up NCDC. Because I wouldn't want the committee to be held responsible for any form of delay in the National Assembly passing the 2018 budget immediately.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the House Committee on Petroleum Downstream, Representative Joseph Akinlaja, has described the proposal by the Minister of State for Petroleum, Mr. Ibe Kachuku, to have different prices for petrol in the country as attempting to smuggle the policy of deregulation through the back door. Speaking with journalists in the National Assembly, the lawmaker also queried the subsidy allegedly being paid on petrol by the executive. According to him, the matter is sure to be considered by the House when it resumes plenary.
The House and the House, let me talk about the House, will bring it up as my committee, and I'm sure we are going to deal with that because it is wrong without appropriation for any agency to spend money. That's the impunity we talk about, and they cannot be executive and legislature at the same time. Everybody has its own area of jurisdiction. I think it's you want to smuggle the regulation through the back door. I'm confused myself because a government says don't sell petrol price beyond 145 naira per liter. The same government says landing cost is 171 naira. Well, which magic do you want to apply to strictly enforce 145 when you yourself have said one landing cost is 171 naira per liter and you are not asking for subsidy? That's why I say it's an issue we will take up immediately. We resume next week. Which business model is that? So for him to say, and some will be allowed this thing, maybe that's what is happening now. Why some people are now selling above pump price somewhere, and another selling at this thing. If they cannot do that, that cannot stand. That is one of the models that should not fly.
So, that is one issue we can expect to be considered once the lawmakers resume plenary. We can also expect that other issues will be considered by the legislators. The committees will also have to continue meeting with members of the executive on the 2018 budget. So you have a lot to look forward to, and we will bring you all of these here on the Gavel. Thanks for staying with me. I take my leave now. Goodbye and take care.